Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. This is episode 418 for the week of November 30th, 2020. Fat. Only so many more of those left. We only have a few more, and then I no longer get to say fat anymore. The title of this week's episode is Boundless. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire, and I'm here to tell you about the things that are happening within Halo esports. And among other things, I guess you could say. Halo in general, sometimes a little sprinkling of Call of Duty, maybe some Magic the Gathering, whatever the fuck was going on, you know? Riz says, Boundless, you mean the best map ever created? Shut the fuck up. Now I hate myself for having this be the title of the show. Maybe I should have listened to Broken Hawk after all. Sorry, buddy. This one's on me. Guess you got to keep the show going until 2030. Fat! Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, God. No. Dementor, thank you so much for the 11-month resub. And Thonky, thank you so much for the 25-month resub. You both get a woo-woo! You guys are great. Thank you so much. Ghost says, I never got the notification. I feel betrayed. Hey, don't feel betrayed. It's okay. All-in-One is onto something. I don't know if he's onto something. He's onto some ridiculousness. Shout out Rob Deerdick. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, fuck me. Riz with the 27-month resub. You get a woo! Thanks so much. God damn it. All right. Thank you, Riz. The Rizzle Dizzle. Ladies and gentlemen, on this week's episode of the show, we have the following. Bound details this future. The grassroots community continues to put on amazing events for those looking to scratch that competitive itch. We have a retrospective conversation around Halo Infinite multiplayer being free to play. Shout out to Juan for posting that topic discussion. We're going to talk about it this week. Tom, welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great fucking night. And a Halo Waypoint article releases that's all about Halo Fest tickets, but doesn't include Halo Fest ticket prices because of fucking course it doesn't. Let's get into some fucking competitive news. Play Griffball December events have been announced. This is by Play Griffball. This is over in their Discord server. If you go into the Google Doc of the show to the show, exclamation point show notes in the chat, or if you click on the link in your favorite podcast service description, it'll take you to their Discord server. So make sure to join that if you're not already a member of that. So, first event, the Coliseum. Enter the Coliseum if you dare. The Coliseum will be a new event series where we'll add some extra twists throughout each contest. This will be a 6-team maximum draft tournament that will run on December 12th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the draft running the night before. During the draft, after each player is selected, they will pick from a list of bounties. Bounties are a new system in which you will complete in order to earn bonus points. Example bounties include Iron Fist, at least 15 punches per game for 20 points. Ball Hog, hold the ball for at least 300 seconds per game, which is 15 points. Or Spree Master, at least 5 spree medals per game, which is 40 points. Coliseum details. The event draft will be on Thursday, December 11th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The event will start on Friday, December 12th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The game type is to be determined, but will be a thrust variation. And this event will be capped at 6 teams of 24 players total, and it'll be first come, first serve. Registration link is in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. Gaskin, thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Welcome, welcome. Hope you had a great fucking time last night. I had a great fucking time last night. Ghost says, let's start a team. I am awful at Griffball. It's a lie that I wasn't following already. You get a pass this time, Gaskin. Breaking news, ticket prices just tweeted. No way. Did they actually? These motherfuckers, I swear. Did they actually? No shot right now. No shot right now. Oh my God, they actually did. They actually did. Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my God. Hold on, I'm tweeting this shit out. Sorry, folks. Awkward pause. Jesus Christ. All right. So, yeah, they officially finally tweeted out what the ticket prices are for Halo Fest. I'll state them now, and then obviously I'll include them in the show when we get to that article. But Halo Fest tickets go on sale next week. Here are your ticket options. And I'll put the tweet in the Twitch chat as well for people who may have missed. There you go. Check that out. The concert will start at $75. It'll be tiered by section, and you choose your seats at checkout. The convention will be $60 for early birds, $75 for the normal price. And VIP add-on will be $250 in addition to your tickets. Okay? So the concert will start at $75. It'll be tiered by section, and you get to choose your seats at checkout. The convention will be $60 for early birds, $75 for normal price. And if you want VIP, it's an additional $250 on top of your ticket price. That's a lot. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot. I genuinely was thinking that it was going to be like $250 total. Like for VIP. I thought it would be like $250 total. Now, granted, I don't know what goes into all this shit. And I understand the concert's technically a separate thing. But it's still kind of ridiculous. Blowy for me as VIP. Jesus Christ, Dan. My God. All right. Fucking Dan has a partial season off, and now he's getting frisky in the chat. Unbelievable. All right, so I'll make sure to include that when we talk about tickets in a little bit too. But here we go. The additional Play Griffball December event that is going to be taking place is the Major Circuit Invitational 2020. At long last, the Major Circuit is upon us. All of the glorious battles that have led us to this moment. This will be the conclusion to the first late league circuit series, and will. I'm not gonna lie. When I read Circuit Series, my brain immediately went to Circuit City. And for those that know, yep, that place used to exist. And will hopefully be the beginning of another set of phenomenal circuits to come. If you are new to the late league circuits, these are tournaments where players qualify via late league to play in a one-night tournament. Teams are pre-built using grades, rankings, team composition, and player preferences in mind. This has resulted in 4 highly competitive circuits where every team has an honest shot at winning the whole thing. Depending upon player performances in the previous circuits, they were awarded points towards the Major Circuit Invitational. The Major Circuit will be running on December 19th at 9 p.m. Eastern, where all of the highest performers from the previous circuits will be invited to participate. More information will be coming as we get closer. So your Major Circuit details. Registration will be on Sunday, December 14th. Events start on Friday, December 19th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Game type will be a Thrust tournament mode, and it'll be streamed over on twitch.tv/playgriffball. Knuckles says, I just got the Halo vinyl collection. I'll be listening to that instead. Oh my God. I respect it. All right. I respect it. That's it for the competitive news. which means it's time for Rostermania. I feel like I need to just do that. I might just have to do that live next time. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, God damn it. No. We're not doing this shit again. We're not doing this fucking combo shit again. No. I feel like I'm going to have to do the soundbite live for the next time. So we'll wait and see what happens there. I'm going to kill everyone right now. Thank you guys for the bits. Fuck you, but thank you for the bits. First up, Majin. Kronos is signed as an ambassador and content creator for the organization. Congratulations to him. And Optic Gaming, ladies and gentlemen, the announcements were officially made this time. They have officially released Bound and Lunchbox. Lunchbox tweeted out, "The end of an era for me. Appreciate everything the last 4 years. Nobody does it better than Optic." And Bound had a little bit more to say. He said, "To be able to play for and represent the organization that inspired me to start this career was more than a dream come true. I want to thank all the Optic fans and Hector himself for giving me this opportunity to etch my name into this organization." And then he goes on to state, "I don't plan to compete in either Halo or COD again until the time is right for me. I appreciate all the support from all the fans over the last 4 years of my career and hope to have the same support when I make my return to competing." So, have a great night, Ross. So thank you so much for being here, buddy. So yeah, there was a lot of talk around what Bound and Renegade were going to be doing. It looks as though Renegade is really pushing further and further to really compete in challengers in COD this year. And whether or not that's for the full year, that's going to be up to him. They saw your title and sent the tweet of prices. Dude. Thug, I swear to God, man, they do this just to kill me inside. They do this to kill me inside. Oh, Thug, we already talked about it. Trust me, we know. Juan mentioned it earlier when they tweeted it out. So we talked about it briefly, and it will be included in the show later on. But like, what the fuck, man? The article just came out. Just fucking include it in that. All you had to do is include it in the fucking article. Regardless, I'm talking about Bound right now. God damn it. Getting off topic. So, there was a lot of conversation about what are Renegade and Bound going to do. Are they going to be sticking together and playing in challengers? It looked like that was what was happening, at least in the beginning here. They were testing things out. They were running scrims. But it seems like Renegade is going to continue with that. And it looks to be an Optic Challengers team of some kind. And Renegade is to be a part of that team as of right now. And then Bound, it was announced that he was no longer a part of that team. And now we have this announcement, and then we have this tweet from Bound. So, Thug, you have a great night as well, man. Great to see you as always. But to Bound specifically, obviously you've had an unbelievable career in such a relatively short amount of time. And to see, like, you go from a matchmaking demon, a player that nobody knew what you looked like. There was always that mysteriousness to it, right? That mystique. And I mean, fuck, they even leaned into it, right? When during the player intro where you had the chief helmet or whatever in front of your face, and then you take it away, and then we get to see your face for the first time in a promo video. To see how far you've come, and again, in such a relatively short amount of time, to having one of the most dominant years in Halo esports history on that SSG roster, to then going to Optic here and really just trying to cement yourself further. And obviously we know this isn't the end for you. You said you'll come back when the time is right, as we expect you to. But regardless of what the near future holds or the far future holds, wish you the absolute best. And another thing, I know Diode's not here right now. I think he's playing in some 8s. But we have a very big respect for Bound as a person. Because of what he does for, this is going to sound weird, but like because of what he does for his fans. And it's just, it was really sweet what he was able to do for Diode. And being able to see it and witness it firsthand and just see the type of person that Bound actually is outside of the game. That was great. That was genuinely great. So, fucking Bound, shout out to you. And best of luck to you in the future. And we can't wait to see you competing again because we know that you'll probably just pick right back up where you left off. So that is going to be it for Rostermania. Let's get into the upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo sports needs. Gummy, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the VOD or the audio show, whichever way you prefer to watch or listen. Thank you so much. Enjoy your night. El Dingo, welcome back as well. Is this going to be a long episode or a shorter one? Probably on the shorter side. But hey, I like to talk a lot, so who the fuck knows? This is HCS Pro Talk. We don't know how fucking long it goes, you know what I mean? I could say, oh yeah, it'll be 45 minutes, turns into 3 hours. Oh, it could be 3 hours, turns into an hour and a half. You know, I don't fucking know. But the upcoming tournaments of the week on Friday, December 5th, we have the Halo Infinite 2v2 tournament by the 405th and I Play Games. And to Noodle and Broken Hawk specifically, you guys might get a kick out of this because in the promo art, they say, see the sights of Bizarre. It's in the promo art. It's a Halo Infinite 2v2 event, December 5th at 2 p.m. Central Time. First place will take home $400, $200 per player. Second place will take home $200, $100 per player. So hell fucking yeah. On Saturday, December 6th, we have the SWAT Nation TACMAS. It's a 3v3, but you sign up as a solo and get 2 random teammates, which is pretty fucking cool. Yo, Tom with the 5 gifted. What the hell, man? Thank you so much. You get a woo, 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 woo. Thank you. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Everybody, can we give a shout out to Lucid's dad in the chat? Fucking shout out, man. And then also on Saturday, December 6th, we have the Halo Infinite Boomers versus Zoomers round number 7. The last one in Halo Infinite as well. 64 players aged 30 and up versus 64 players aged under 30. A friendly competition of 8v8 custom games consisting of BTB and Goofy game modes with an emphasis on Community Forge maps. All of the teams for the Boomers and the Zoomers are included in the Google Doc of the show. To the show, you can check out all the names that are listed. And as a matter of fact, Ashley and Will are going to be competing there. Corey's competing. Quick Fuse is competing. We got a lot of folks competing from the community in this bitch. So go check it out. Go show your support. And hopefully they bring home the W. And I see Beth listed as well. But, and this is no offense to Beth, but Beth would not be a Zoomer in this case. So I don't think that's our Beth. But either way. A lot of folks competing. Go check it out. And then on Sunday, December 7th, we have the European Halo League Winter Open number 2 taking place as well. Keeping the European scene alive while we wait for some additional events to take place, hopefully sometime soon. That's it for your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo sports needs. Scrim Tournament League recaps. Got a few for you. College Halo Division 2 playoffs results. 4th place went to Oklahoma. 3rd place went to Eleni Esports Orange. 2nd went to UFC Knights. And 1st went to the Spartan Tigers of Clemson, which was Quixa, Z2, or Zeta, Atomic, Manila, Terabyte, and Undone. Bracket is included in the Google Doc of the show to the show. European Halo League Winter Open number 1 results. In 4th place went to Mancy and 3 Noobs, which was Mancy, Zove, Alex Shock, and Hi, I'm Ninja. 3rd place went to 4 Silly Gooses who signed up late. Great team name there, which was Glory, Mose, Desire, and Baxter. 2nd place went to Conspiracy, which was Finers, Suspense, Zondit, and Scarcity. And 1st place went to BSBC, which was Brainiac, SLG, Bastos, and CQLIII, which spells out BSBC, if you didn't get that. Tom, have a great night. Thank you so much for the extra gifted as well. You're far too fucking kind. Far too kind. Wish Lucid the best from us. And hopefully he's competing during the next year. All right. That's it for the recaps. Let's get into our topic. Because I've been thinking about this because on the outside looking in, like if you just look at the question at face value, which I'll ask the question in just a second, but when you look at the question at face value, the answer seems obvious, right? But hear me out. So our topic of the show this week is Infinite Multiplayer Free-to-Play Retrospective. Was it ultimately a net positive or a net negative for Halo Infinite Multiplayer to be free-to-play? That's the question. And yes, I think the cop-out answer is yes, it's a net positive because having the multiplayer component of the game being free-to-play allows anybody and everybody access to the game at any time. Like they don't have to put any money down. All the actual content of playing the game, or I need to make sure this is being clarified, of playing the multiplayer of the game, right? Any and all content of actually playing the multiplayer of the game is free. Like all of the modes, the maps, the custom browser, everything that they've released that is not cosmetics is free. And that, on one hand, is fucking awesome, right? There's no barrier to entry besides the hardware itself to play the game. So if you have a PC, if you have an Xbox, you're more than likely able to play the game. And that's huge. And obviously, so the other thing I should say is that I don't know, like everything that I'm saying, everything that I'm providing, right, is with the understanding that I don't know any of the financial information on the back end. I don't know any of their business decisions that they were making behind closed doors. I don't have any of that information. That's not me. I'm not in those meetings. I'm not in those rooms. This is just all personal opinion. So take that for what you will. So overall, you could say that, yes, it was a net positive. But here's where my old-headedness is going to come into play. Because back in my day, we had Halo titles that came like with DLC map packs that you'd purchase, right? It'd be like 800 or 1600 Microsoft points way back in that day. But like you would purchase map packs. And we were happy, damn it. And all the cosmetics that were in the game were earnable within the game, right? There was no like cash shop or anything like that. It was everything was able to be earned within the game itself by just playing the game. Now, if you look at market trends and you look at the gaming landscape as a whole, we have obviously transitioned into, if you're going to release a multiplayer component to a video game, it is more than likely going to be free to play. And that's just kind of the nature of the beast at this point. Because that's what people expect. That's what people expect now. The expectation is that if you're releasing a multiplayer video game, like a competitive multiplayer or an arena multiplayer, like strictly PvP in that sense, it's more than likely going to be a free-to-play game. Now, obviously, depending upon the genre, you have games that you have to purchase. Like you look at an Escape from Tarkov, you look at the extraction shooter genre, right? All of those, I believe most, if not all of those, are paid experiences. But when you're looking at just that traditional competitive shooter or just like a strictly PvP experience, whether it be a battle royale, where like Battlefield released their Red Sec, if I'm not mistaken, and I believe that is free. You do not need to own the main game for that. Apex Legends, free. Fortnite, free. Warzone, free. And yeah, it's just kind of the way things are now, right? Welcome back. Good to see you. Just Your Average Halo Guy, welcome back to you as well. What's up, Texas guy? How's it going? So, for me, here is where, and I've had this thought ever since the game released. Ever since the game actually released. I'm talking about Halo Infinite now. I've had this thought. If they want to go free to play with it, that's fine. And Frank, like I said, I think if we even go back to all of those old episodes, right, before Infinite actually came out, when it was announced that the multiplayer was going to be free to play, I think we were all in agreement that, hey, this is going to be great for the fucking game because it'll bring more people to play it. There's no barrier to entry except the hardware. Like, this is great. Awesome. But my problem lies when the game was finally out. And it felt like, I don't know if they just weren't, I can't say that. I was going to say maybe it just felt like they weren't prepared, but I don't know. But that's what it felt like. I'll never forget. I think it was the very first operation, right? Or maybe they weren't called operations back at that time. Maybe it was just called events. I think they were just called events. But for me, I believe it was the first event of the game when they introduced Fiesta back into the game. And it was a limited time mode. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong here, but I'm trying to think back like fucking 5 years at this point. But they bring it back, and that was the emphasis of that event. And I'm like, wait. So this is what we're going to do? Is this the live service aspect of this game? Is that we're just going to gatekeep content that has been in every other Halo title for these fucking miscellaneous events so we can drip feed to people playing the game? And that's what you're going to do to entice people to come back? That's it? That's the plan? Because, guys, when Infinite released, we didn't have Infection. Like, we didn't have core modes that we've had in previous Halo titles for years. And it's still a sticking point to me. It's still something that always sticks out to me as a net negative, in my opinion, for Infinite's multiplayer going free to play. The game released, I'm not going to say bare bones, but the game released in such a, with a pretty sizable lack of content. And then when they're drip feeding it to us through these fucking events that would happen for 2 to 3 weeks, and you bring back Fiesta, you bring back Infection, you bring this, you bring that, whatever. It's like it didn't feel substantial. It never truly felt substantial. And then you would have folks at 343, now Halo Studios, you would have them talk about John says, was it too little, too late each time they added stuff, though? It's what it felt like. To me, that's what it felt like. It felt like it was too little, too late. Because then we'd have season after, because back then we had seasons. We would have season after season come out. And sure, some of the cosmetics were cool. But even then, it just didn't feel like there was a lot of cosmetics being added to the game, but there wasn't a lot of content to be played being added to the game. And so when that happened, and then I'll never forget this one either, but during like one of their streams that they were doing, and they were talking about like the future of Infinite, and the guy, I'm forgetting his name, but he's sitting there with Sketch on the couch. It wasn't Uni. It wasn't Uni who was talking, but it was a guy sitting next to Sketch on the couch, I believe. And he was talking about how it felt like they finally had reached seasonality. And no, it wasn't Tashi either, Ghost. It wasn't Tashi either. And they were talking about how they felt they had finally reached what they were calling seasonality in the game. And then not right fucking after that stream had happened, they come out and state that we're no longer doing seasons anymore. They have a community live stream where they talked about, we think we finally reached seasonality with the game. And then they come out right after and state that, okay, we're done doing seasons, guys. We're done. And like Thonky says, we start doing these operations. And these operations are 20-tier event passes. Maybe there's an event to go alongside it, like a playlist or whatever. But again, they never felt substantial. They never felt substantial. But then we get to where, okay, 4 years after the game releases, now we're going to be doing these major content updates. One in the winter, one in the summer. Right? We finally come out, we're going to be doing major content updates. We're going to have maps, we're going to have weapons, we're going to have sandbox items, all these customization options. We're going to be doing one in the winter, one in the summer, big stuff coming to the game. 4 years later. And on the one hand, you can look at it as, oh, well, at least we finally get this stuff now. That's awesome. Yeah. But at the same time, so many people have moved on. So many people just don't give a shit anymore. And I understand that gamers these days, like short attention spans, right? That's being hypocritical. Not everybody is like that. But again, it was always that feeling in the back of my head where it just felt like we were being drip fed content to try to keep us coming back. But that content that we were being drip fed wasn't substantial enough. And all throughout this whole thing, right, we finally get the content browser. We finally get Match Composer. We finally get these things. And I keep saying finally because it took a long time. It took a long time. And again, I understand that development priorities take place, right? It's easy to say that you're going to be working on one thing for then those individuals to be pushed to something else, right? It's the life of development, of software development. It's difficult. But again, a thing that sticks out to me is when Tashi this was years ago, when Tashi would talk about, yeah, we want to fix observer stuff. We want to make things better for the for observing when watching the broadcast at home. And none of those things came to fruition. None of those things came to fruition. So, do I believe that Halo Infinite multiplayer being free to play was a net positive or a net negative? Overall, I guess I would say it's a net positive. And I know I just went on a long, like 10, 15 minute tirade of the negative things. But the reason why my mind still focuses on me believing that it was overall a net positive is because it did allow, like, this is going to sound so dumb, but a person coming in right now doesn't have to pay for it. Nobody has to pay for it. If you have an Xbox, if you have a PC, you can just right now go on it and download it. And that's pretty fucking cool. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that I'm giving them a pass, right? For those that have listened to the show for a long time, you already understand where my mindset is. But for those that may be tuning in for the first time, I'm not here to kiss their asses. Like, I'll tell them how I feel about shit. And yeah, it sucked. Year over year, month, like season after season, month after month, operation after operation, to just be drip fed this shit that a lot of it, in my opinion, should have been there in day one. And I know it was never going to be there on day one, so like, why is that an argument? But it's always in the back of my mind. I think about it all the time. And I also understand, like, oh, but we want to keep the population within the playlist so people are able to find matches and so on and so forth. But then I just look back to launch. And if you released a feature, a content-rich multiplayer experience, and it was free to play on day one, I don't think you would have to nearly worry about population numbers if you had a lot of playlists in the game. Because then you could introduce the match composer and people could cater things to the experience that they want. And I also understand that development of Infinite was hell. It went through a lot of changes. It went through a lot of leadership changes. I get it. And like I said earlier, for folks who don't know, software development is really fucking hard. But at the end of the day, they put that product out there. And that's the product that's being judged. That's the product that's being critiqued. MKBHD, love him or hate him, whatever people's opinions are. Him and others within the tech YouTube space, right, always say, never buy a product hoping for what it'll do in the future, or like expecting a fix for something in the future. If you're buying a product, you're buying it for what it's capable of doing right then and there on the day of purchase when it releases. And games, I understand, games get updated, games get patches, games get DLC, games are live service. I get it. But I'm judging you, I'm critiquing you on the product that you are releasing to me. And Halo Infinite on launch, and I loved the campaign. Like, I loved the campaign. But the Halo Infinite multiplayer on launch, it's why Will and I would do the joke over and over and over again about how it had such a great foundation, right? Because it did. Foundationally, Halo Infinite was awesome. The sandbox was cool. The maps were fun. The gunplay felt good. Like, the game felt good and was fun to play. But the content surrounding it was so lackluster and so just lacking in general that every time we would get something new, it's like, oh, I guess it's quote unquote new. But this is something that's been in other Halo titles for years. So, again, at the end of the day, as much as I poo-poo on it and as much as I am critiquing, which I think is valid, I do think it was overall a net positive for Halo Infinite's multiplayer to be free to play. I do. Because if it wasn't, and it released in the state it was in upon release, we'd be in much, much dire straits. Free to play is not inherently a bad thing. It just depends on how it's executed. And in Halo Infinite, for all of the highs of like the non-expiring battle passes, like as long as you just purchased it when like within the time frame, it would never technically expire. You could always go back to it. The fact that we had those, the fact that the game felt so good to play on launch, for all the highs that we had just as many lows as well. So again, free to play is not inherently a bad thing. It just depends on how it's executed. And I don't think Infinite did a great job. Actually, fuck it. I don't think Infinite did a good job in its free to play model. I don't. And I want to make sure this is understood as well. I'm going to get this incorrect, but I'm just going to say, Koo, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the live show. To everybody that worked on the game, whether it be the multiplayer team, the Forge team, obviously the campaign team, but like I'm talking strictly from a multiplayer perspective, right? The art, the assets, the sound, the design, the gameplay. Like, to everybody that actually worked on it, bravo. Because the game is genuinely just fucking fun to play. And at the end of the day, if the game isn't fun, then nobody's going to fucking play it, right? And also, I have to give a special shout out to the Forge team because the work, I'm not a forger, right? But the work that they have done to provide the tools for community members to go out and make full-fledged experiences within the game is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. And some of the Forge updates that they've released have been phenomenal. And those have come much later in the game's life cycle. So I got to give an extra special shout out to the Forge team. But still, we went from having a lack of content on launch to drip feeding staple modes that have existed for years in other titles, to going away from seasons, to bringing in operations, to getting away from dev-made maps and only strictly releasing Forge-made maps. So no, I don't think they did an even good job with their live service model. I don't. But the question was Halo Infinite's multiplayer going free to play a net positive or a net negative? I think it was a net positive because it was free. And with the COVID era and the economy as it is today, it's kind of nice when you don't have to pay a fucking fee to get a game. This is coming from somebody who still buys a lot of fucking games. Infinite launch was terrible and could have easily been fixed, starting with the the loading lobby screen. I don't know why they made it so dark, complicated, and unappealing. Then connection issues, shot registration, inviting other players. Yeah, there were a lot of issues, man. Same with the easy anti-cheat bug that existed for God knows how long. The fact that we got it just the other night, again, which was weird, but it's just, this is why the joke was, it had such a great foundation, because the foundation being the gameplay of it was pretty fucking good. El Dingo says, I love this topic of the show segment. Yeah, we used to do these a while ago. And now, especially during this off season, I want to make this kind of an emphasis. I want to bring these back. So El Dingo, to you, to anybody that's watching or listening, if you guys have a topic suggestion that you'd like to be included within the show, make sure you're part of the Discord server if you're not already. It's freaking free to join. There's no prerequisites. Just come on in, and add your suggestion to the topic suggestions channel, and yours may be selected for a future episode. El Dingo says, also, why is it so hard for companies to release original maps? It's always reskins of old maps. COD is notorious for that and blows. Yeah. Yeah. People love nostalgia, but at the same time, I wanted original maps. And I love Coliseum. As much as a Coliseum fan I am from Halo 5, and I think Origin's great and Infinite, I want new experiences. I want fresh, new, dev-made experiences. And we didn't get many of them. And it sucks. Just sucks. So, yeah, I just wanted, I don't know. I just wanted more. Is that so bad? Like, is that so bad that I know people love to make the joke about like 343 and Halo Studios and keeping expectations in check and all that shit. I understand. And if people have beef with the studio, that's their prerogative. I don't have beef with the fucking studio. But it's just when you're such a fan of this franchise, and then they do things that feel like it's just shooting themselves in the foot over and over and over again. It sucks. It just sucks. And I know, like, we talk to people at the studio semi-frequently. And at the end of the day, they just want to make the best thing they can as well. Like, they get frustrated too. So I think Halo Infinite multiplayer being free to play was a net positive because it was free. That's it. I think that's literally it. Because it was free, I think it was a net positive. And if Infinite's multiplayer was not free to play, oh boy. Oh boy. So there you go, Juan. Hopefully that answered your question. And also, Juan, thank you for the question in and of itself. Greatly appreciated. That was a lot of fun. And again, if anybody has any topic suggestions, please add them in the Discord server, in the topic suggestions channel, and it'll probably be a topic for one of future episodes. So there you go. I think it's time we move on. Also, I love how Discord just always has fucking updates, man. Just always has updates. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this fucking Waypoint article in some regular news. Okay. Yes, they put the fucking tweet out. That's great. But up until this tweet was put out, Okay? Up until this fucking tweet was put out, this article was all we had to go off of. This article was all we had to go off of. So Halo Fest, December update blog. This is by Tashi. As we did with the Halo World Championship 2020 VAT, we're starting a monthly blog series to keep you up to date on everything you need to know for Halo Fest. And like we did with that blog series, we also want this to be a conversation. What would you want to see or do at Halo Fest? What would make it an unforgettable experience for you and your family and friends? I'll be asking questions like this each month, and I would love to hear from you. Okay, so this month, we're talking about ticketing. As announced at the Halo World Championship, tickets will go on sale for Halo Fest on Wednesday, December 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Wednesday, December 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Okay? Which, if you're in the Central Time Zone, that's noon. Just for folks to have a heads up. Tickets will be available on Tixer. You can create an account at the link that they include. That is Tixr. We highly encourage making an account ahead of time to ensure a speedier checkout when tickets go live. Note, we will have the direct URL to Halo Fest tickets next week before they go live. For those uninitiated, Halo Fest is comprised of two parts. A concert on Friday, December 11th, 2026 at Benaroya Hall, and the convention Saturday and Sunday, December 12th and 13th, 2026 at the Seattle Convention Center. When you go to grab your tickets for the concert, you'll see a seat map where you'll be able to select which seats you'd like to sit in. Ticketing prices and ranges are based on what's common for Benaroya Hall. The closer to the stage, the more pricey the tickets are. For the convention, the tickets available are standard general admission, which will get you access to the hall on Saturday and Sunday of the event. In one fell swoop, you'll be able to snag your tickets for the concert and the convention in one checkout flow. On top of this, there will be a VIP add-on that's offered to a very limited number of fans. This will include early entry, exclusive access to meet and greets, exclusive goodie bags, and more. Being a Halo Fest VIP means you're a VIP for the concert as well as the convention. We sent out surveys to VIPs after the World Championship 2025, and we'll be using that feedback to help improve the VIP experience even more. Fun fact, never got that email. Important information. There are 2,500 seats, so 2,500 seats at Benaroya Hall, and with our stage configuration and reserved seats for special guests, we're looking to sell about 2,230. This is significantly fewer tickets than what will be available for the Halo Fest convention. Not everyone attending Halo Fest convention will be able to attend the concert. That was in all caps in the email. Yes, Ash, we did. I'm including that. Don't worry. Also, welcome back. It's good to see you, buddy. We're expecting the concert to sell out first. So if the concert is something that's really important to you, please do not wait to get those tickets first. Once it sells out, there will not be more seats available. And then what to look forward to. The blog series will continue in January. Where we'll be talking about the various contests that we'll be hosting. If we do a short film contest, what category should we support? Are there any other types of contests we should consider hosting? Probably, but I don't know what the answer to that question is. Maybe you chat, maybe you guys know. So, they released this Waypoint article. Okay? They released this Waypoint article yesterday. They released this Waypoint article yesterday. Okay? or was it yesterday? Hold on. Yeah, it was fucking yesterday. It was fucking yesterday. They released the article yesterday. And nowhere within that article do they say what the fucking price of the tickets are going to be. The whole point of doing a deep dive on the tickets for the fucking event is to include what the prices of those tickets are going to be. So they weren't in there. And we're all like, what the fuck? They go on sale in a week. Like, what do you mean? They go on sale in a week. What are we doing? And now, lo and behold, they're like, oh shit, our bad, guys. Let's just quickly get this shit out there real fast. So again, ladies and gentlemen, here are the ticket options. The concert will start at $75. It'll be tiered by section. So therefore, like they state in the article, the closer you are to the stage, the more expensive the tickets are going to be. And you'll be able to choose your seats at checkout. The convention will be $60 for early birds or $75 for the normal price. That gives you access to both days. It's general admission. There you go. On top of all that, there's a VIP add-on for $250 in addition to your ticket. In addition to your ticket. So therefore, the absolute cheapest option you would have if you wanted to go to the concert, the convention, and get VIP for them, because VIP is for both. Like if you get the VIP add-on, it applies to both the concert and the convention. You'd be looking at $385 as the cheapest available option for VIP. If you wanted to go to the concert and the convention and get the VIP. And again, the concert starts at $75. If you want to sit closer to the stage, I don't know what the fucking price tiers are, but it's going to go up. It's going to go up. So there you go. Nearly $400 US. And that let me actually go a step further. That's nearly, and I know this is VIP included. Like I understand this is VIP included, but that's nearly $400 US per person. Per person. That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. Like, holy shit. That's fucking crazy. They're making buco bucks. Yeah, man. Like they're trying to make that much. Like, holy shit. So I'm adding the ticketing information because they finally added it to the Waypoint article. God knows why they couldn't have had that earlier, but whatever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Doing some tablecloth math right now, and I've calculated it's too damn much. That's too damn bad. Are we early funding the next game? Yo, are we bringing community funding back? Holy shit. Remember when they removed that? Oh my God, man. Remember when they fucking took that shit out? Holy moly. Oh, Jesus Christ. So there you go. There's your ticket information. Again, for those that are interested, tickets go on sale on Wednesday next week. Okay? And just to make sure it's understood, because this is going to sound stupid, but it may confuse some people out there who may not understand. If you want to purchase tickets for Halo Fest go on sale next week on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Halo Fest itself does not take place until December next year. Okay, so you are purchasing tickets for an event a year in advance. Just making sure that is understood. You are not purchasing tickets to go to an event the next day, right? Like you're purchasing tickets for an event that's a year from then. So, just understand that. God. And that's it for the regular news. Got our games, watch! I actually have some things for you here today. First up, the Kason Showdown results. 4 teams were invited. This was on LAN, just like they did for the Kason Showdown event for Halo, which was really fucking cool too. 4 teams. 4th place went to FaZe Vegas, which was Simp, 04, Abuza, and Draza. 3rd went to the LA Thieves, which was Hydra, Abizi, Scrap, and Kenny. 2nd went to Optic Texas, which was Shotzi, Hook, Mercules, and Dashy. And 1st went to Gentlemates, which was Sib, Ghosty, Envoy, and Neptune. Congratulations to them. VODs included in the Google Doc of the show to the show. And then finally, we have the Call of Duty League Competitive Primer. This is by Call of Duty League. Competitive settings and the opening weekend schedule are included in the show notes. Maps and modes. Search is being played on Colossus, Den, Exposure, Raid, and Scar. Hardpoint is being played on Blackheart, Colossus, Den, Exposure, and Scar. And Overload, new to the game, is going to be played on Den, Exposure, and Scar. And then your opening weekend schedule. Matches start for the league on Friday, December 5th, this coming Friday. 3 matches per day over the weekend. Make sure to tune in if you're interested. Watch some fun, hopefully fun fucking games. Tony, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And you know what? I'll be the person to say it. I know everybody likes to dunk on Call of Duty, and sometimes rightfully so. But I understand, like, it's taboo to fucking dunk on the fucking title. I understand. I hope this season's good. I really hope this competitive season is fucking good, because I think Overload looks fun. Like, as a different mode being added to the competitive scene, gets to shake things up a little bit. So I hope it plays well. I hope the competitors have a good time. I hope we have some really close matches, some shake-ups. I want it to be a really good competitive year. I really do. So, best of luck to everybody competing. Make it a good one. And I know online doesn't matter and all that shit, but try to enjoy the matches. That's it for Count of the Games Watch. Let's get into some shoutouts. Almost pressed the wrong button again. Happy belated birthday to Jeff Steitzer, the voice of Halo multiplayer. And Diode, happy belated birthday to you. Hope it was fucking amazing. We played some birthday 8s. Some birth dates is what I should say. Fun as always. Shout out to Gaskin for joining us in some Commander late last night. Dan, congratulations on your win as well, by the way. Special shout out to John and Joswa as well as Dan, I should say. I got to pilot an Avatar Aang deck, the first deck that I built, and I got to have a really big pop-off moment pretty early in the game, which felt pretty cool. And then my board was obliterated. And then John stole it. And I was sad. But then John died. And I was happy again. So it was good. Shout out to everyone who joined in the 8s. A lot of fucking 8s are happening literally right now, as a matter of fact. And Barcode's in there. So if you want to fucking play some games with Barcode, maybe go join it up. Get in there. Play some 8s and shit. Go have fun. I love that I drew the 2 cards I needed for that. I don't love how you drew the 2 cards you needed for that because I drew the cards I did not need. I drew the cards I did not need. And therefore I couldn't I needed Dan to beat you because I couldn't. Shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. That includes. Give me a second here. That includes Steve with the fucking continued sub. Thank you so much. Dementor with the 11-month resub. Thonky with the 25-month resub. Rizzle Dizzle with the 27-month resub. Gaskin with the follow. Knuckles and John with the bits. Thank you guys very much. Tom with the 5 gifted subs. Koo and Tony, thank you both for the follow as well. You all get a woo! Greatly appreciated. That was a little higher. I feel like my voice cracked a little bit on that. Let's try that again. You all get a woo! There it is. That's a better one. There it is. And John, how dare you take my entire graveyard? I was going to use that. Dan was too. I didn't care. I couldn't use any. I didn't have graveyard recursion, but whatever. And then also, I want to take a second here because I know the Spotify Wrapped, everybody's Spotify Wraps are coming out now. Apple Music Replays coming out right now. YouTube Rewind, Twitch recaps, all that fun stuff is all releasing right now. And I just want to give a very special shout out to not just everybody who had us in their most listened throughout the year. But again, say it all the time and truly fucking mean it, but just to everybody that just takes the time to listen or watch the show, right? Whether it be on a long commute, whether it be when you're doing chores throughout the house, whether you're here live watching and joining the conversation, whatever it may be, you all are really fucking amazing. And I do genuinely fucking appreciate all of you. And so just seeing the posts that you guys have about the show being in your most listened to and everything is just really fucking cool because it's never lost on me. This is a weekly thing. This is literally just a weekly show. This isn't daily. This isn't there isn't additional content being put out there. This is just a weekly audio video show. And the fact that you guys are posting that you're in our top fucking percentage of listeners and you spend this much time listening or watching the show, it's fucking unbelievable. It's genuinely unfucking believable. So thank you so much. And again, to everybody that watches or listens, thank you. Because it's never lost on me. And the show, and I say it all the time, and I mean it, the show wouldn't be what it is without you. So thank you so fucking much. And yeah. Just want to give an extra special shout out to all of you. Community Creations. PD, welcome back. It's good to see you, buddy. And also Fulcrum with the 29-month resub. You get a woo! Thanks so much, Fulcrum. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Love you too, Thonky. Love you too. And yeah, seriously, like you said, Joswa, W audio listeners, shout out. Shout out. I am personally an audio listener of many podcasts out there. And so I greatly fucking appreciate the audio listeners. And anytime you have the opportunity to jump into a live show or jump into the Discord and have a conversation, love that shit. Love that shit. Community creations. Halo memes every day. Reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Go check it out. Or don't. That's up to you. You do what you want to do. Okay? I don't dictate your life. Do what you want. Royal 2, every LAN highlight. This is by the HCS. Go check that video out. And then also watch how Renegade became the Halo Infinite GOAT by the HCS. That one's an hour long. Renegade's highlights video is an hour long. Yeah. LAN story number 1. This is by Piggy. It's a new little tweet series that he's putting out where he's going to share LAN stories from him competing over the years. And he put out the first LAN story, and go read it. It actually could lead to a very important conversation as well. So go check it out if you haven't already. Fulcrum, we love you, man. Thank you so much. And then finally, I want to give another little special shout out here. To All in Juan, who I think is still here, and his partner Lexi, because they have a brand new podcast. Talk about fucking podcasts. They have a brand new podcast out. It's called Nuanced AF, which, yes, nuanced as fuck. Because like he states in the tweet, everything is nuanced as fuck. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe. Juan, am I doing the thing right? Am I doing the thing? Go check the podcast out. Go give him a follow. Give that shit a download. Give it a listen. Tell him you love it. Brian with the 42-month resub. You get a woo! Thanks so much, man. Fuck. Shout out to one of the most OGs of OGs. Fucking Brian, a.k.a. Ragemore Nerd, a.k.a. one of Play Griffball's finest. Hell yeah, dude. God, it's good to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Oh, man. It's always cool. Like, Brian, I know you pop in every once in a while, but like, it's really cool to see a name. Like, I just went on a whole thing about how I fucking love and appreciate all of you, because I do. I truly do. But it's really cool to see like a name that has been here for damn near since the beginning pop on in. Oh, man. All right. Guys, that's all I got, man. I'll make it out to an event one of these days. Brian, fucking Halo Fest, man. Halo Fest. December next year. Be there. We'll be there. The plan right now, at least, is wife and kid are coming too. Like, the wife for sure. We're bringing the wife no matter what. But I think it's time. I think it's time we bring the kiddo along. I think we're doing it. So, Brian, Halo Fest. It's going to be fucking sick. Ticket prices are not very sick. Ticket prices are pretty shitty. But, I mean, other than that, it should be a fun time. Me and the brothers and a friend are getting the group assembled. Hell yeah, Thonky. I love that shit. Have to look into it. Not entirely sure what all is happening. Assuming Seattle. Yes, Brian. Seattle, it is a 3-day event. On the Friday, it is a concert. It is like an orchestral concert. And then on Saturday and Sunday, it'll be the actual convention. Okay? Tickets go on sale on Wednesday next week. Tickets go on sale Wednesday next week. Check it out. Exclamation point show notes in the chat if you want to get the fucking information from the show notes. Guys, that's all I got. I'm worried that I don't want to say this because I don't want to speak it into existence, and I'm hoping it's literally just me being sleep deprived, because I am very fucking sleep deprived over the past 48 hours. I hope I'm not getting sick because like the wife, kiddo, and I we're taking a trip on Friday afternoon, and I don't want to feel like that if I'm taking that trip. We'll have to wait and see. If Frank and Benjamin is going, then maybe, but we already know how they felt about 3-for-3. Oh, they're not going. Ghost. They're not fucking going. The cough is very bad at the moment. Have fun on the trip. Yo, El Dingo, I hope your cough gets better, man. I hope you feel better as soon as possible. Make sure to take those Ricola. Make sure you're drinking your vitamin C, getting some good sleep. I need to take my own advice because I need to get some good sleep. Yeah, Joswa. I mean, it's okay. Like, it's just like congestion right now, but I'm hoping that that's all it is. You know what I mean? Like, staying up. I'll give you a rundown real quick. This is not me looking for pity. Like, this is all my own decision. It was really stupid of me, but, you know, I'm an adult. I can make my own choices. Here it is. One night, like a couple nights ago, I was up till 3 a.m. Then it was 2 a.m. And then last night was like 2:30 a.m. as well. Because we finished playing Magic around like 1:30 Central. Then I had to inflate my wife's tires on her car. And so got that done. Then I was getting the kids situated in her bed. And she woke up and she wanted water and to hang out for a minute. So I got her water. And the next thing I know, I'm just chilling in her room until fucking 2:30 in the morning. And I'm like, man, I really got to go to bed. So I'm tired. But what I am going to do is I'm going to plug this fucking thing, close this show out, make myself a drink, and make my wife a drink as well if she wants one, and just relax. Just relax for the rest of the night. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I think that's what we're going to do. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us on your favorite podcast service. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We're on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, many others, including my favorite, Pocket Casts, which is not an ad, but I still love the application. I use it every fucking day. I was literally listening to, let me see here. Let me see here right quick. I was literally listening to the Jeff Gertzman show in the car on my way back here before doing the show tonight. We have a link tree. All the links are included there. The Discord, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and a link to our merch, which is still available. And hold on. I'm going to do this live too. Fuck it. I'm going to take all the goddamn time I want. Shout out to Edward on fucking placing an order of merch. Thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciated. Fuck. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Have a great night as well. Diode, welcome back. Good to see you, buddy. Happy belated birthday. Appreciate it, Joswell. Appreciate you greatly, sir. Thank you. Have one for you. You're drinking tea. Oh, John, you were pretty rough yesterday too. Are you old yet? No. You're not old yet, Diode. We're old. We are old. You can head on over to Halo Evolved. HaloEvolved.co. Your home for Halo, but you can go to hcsprotalk.com. It'll send you over there. And you should go check out their shows. Mission Debrief, Podcast Evolved, Halo TV Plus, Book Club, Builds with Blocks, Halo Headlines, and Halo Gear Guide. Go check them out. You should do that. If you want the lore side to our competitive side, right? Go check them out. I like how their site's laid out as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go tuck the kid in. Make sure she is able to get a good night's sleep. Make the wife and I a couple drinks and enjoy the rest of the night. Speaking of which, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night as well. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode 418 of HCS Pro Talk. Whew. We'll be back next week. And it's going to be a short week, right? Because we're doing this I'm recording this on fucking Wednesday. So it's going to be a short turnaround for a show on Monday, which means it's probably not going to be a lot to talk about. So, like I said, if you have a topic suggestions, please add it to the Discord, because I'd love to continue these topics going on throughout the offseason. I think it'd be a great way to have more meaningful conversations as well while we're waiting for more things to be picked up, or kicked up, I should say, within the competitive scene. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. See you next week. But until then, bye-bye!